guys. Today we want to do a quick article review by the SMCDAO, and it was originally written, or should I say put together by Sir Mapy. So to do that, let's quickly go to Twitter. And okay, I'm currently on the SMCDAO Twitter page. Shoutouts to the whole SMC team. Sir Mapy, Crypto Wealth, Faye, Joshua, Madara, everyone in between. Thank you for everything you're doing for the community at large. So I'm currently on the SMC DAO page, and this is the link to the PDF article. Okay, so our article on the invention of money is ready. So our article review is on the invention of money. So I'm going to click on that quickly. I've actually read through, but I just want us to all go through together, maybe quickly put together a summary of everything that Sir Mapy put together. So you can see we are already here. So you can see right from the top, beautifully put together by the SMC team. It's just a beautiful piece, short, precise, straight to the point. So let's just take a few points and see the information that we can get from it. So the invention of money, it starts off with a brief history, and in that history, Sir Mapy just quickly stated how that for the past 5,000 years, money has been part of human history. We've used things like seashells, like metal coins, like gold, like silver, as well as species of papers, until we evolved and migrated to paper money, and now we are in the age of digital money, where our money is represented by zeros and ones on a computer screen. Okay, so that is just about it for the very first part he put together there. So he goes on to say about the value of money. Something beautifully he put together there was that he says the value of money comes from the fact that we as humans have come to believe that it has value and have generally come to an agreement to use it as a means of exchange for buying and selling between ourselves. So this is a powerful point you put there, that the value of money in itself is only relevant because we as human beings say, okay, this $100 bill represents this level of value, and it's all based on the collective human consciousness saying this thing has value, and everybody says, okay, from today it has value. Okay, so that's just the briefing of the first part. And so it goes on to start with the types of money, giving us a brief history in each category as to how these types of money were used back in the day. So he started off by listing. The first point is trade by barter. As you can see, they're trading or bartering as a currency. Okay, so I'll just jump quickly to the definition he gave as to which the meaning of barter is. So it says trade by barter is the act of one person swapping his goods or services with another person without using money as a medium of exchange, provided both persons agree on what is the fair value each item should exchange for another. So simply put, trading by barter or bartering as a currency back in the day was, maybe I had a cow and I needed a crate of eggs, but I don't have anything else to exchange that for. So I take my cow and meet the one that has a crate of eggs. I talk, we discuss, we negotiate, then that exchange goes on. He now has the cow, I now have the crate of eggs. So that is trade by barter, exchanging what you have and you term as value with another person, but it was basically commodities. Okay, so stretching out, it was beyond cows and eggs. It was seashells, sand. Even back in the day, the Roman soldiers were paid in salt. That is where we actually get the word salary from the root word, Latin word sal. Okay, so that was barter in the day. So I'll quickly jump to the point 2. He says, then we move from barter as a currency to object as a currency. Okay, so from this point, he actually gave many wonderful functions and characteristics of money. So when humanity moved from commodity money, which is trade by barter, we moved to another system which is called representative money, meaning we needed something to represent the value we wanted to exchange. Okay, so quickly, from cows, we move to coins, we move to gold, we move to more tangible objects that we could say, okay, this coin of gold represents this weight of value, so I can exchange it for the crate of eggs. I no longer need my cow just by bringing this object. That is how representative money started its own trend. Okay, but the issue with representative money at the time was that the kings noticed they couldn't really tax their people using the barter system, because the way to accurately measure the weight of value that they could get from each citizen wasn't fair enough. So the coinage system really started kicking off and it made sense. So in Turkey was where the coinage system actually started. Even all the way from China, the Chinese started it, and it found its way to Europe, and the Turks also started it, and they started minting coins. Okay, and one thing the kings noticed was that the more coins you have, the more power you have, the more authority you have in terms of you commanding a certain level of military power. So that is just about it. So, but in the second point, that is barter as a currency to object as a currency, Samapi actually listed some characteristics of money that I want us to look at. First of all, he stated that money has to be portable, money has to be durable, money has to be divisible, and money has to be scarce. Okay, of scarce, anything you want to call it. So for anything to be called money, it had to possess this main characteristics. It had to be portable, it had to be durable, it had to be divisible, it had to be scarce, it needed an intrinsic value. Okay, so the things that they used at the time, from whale's teeth to cowries to seashells, some of them didn't possess all these characteristics, so they couldn't essentially navigate the waves of time to be classified expressly as money. Okay, so we go on. It says, so like I said, the kings, when they noticed that, they started bringing the idea of minting coins from precious metals and stamping them with an emblem of government approval, which guaranteed their weight in value. Okay, so the empires of the day started doing that. So all along, we now move to another way of money. But before we move to the third point, he made mention of something beautiful. For money to be money, it has to be scarce. But there's an underlying issue with the current money system we have, and that is paper money is not scarce. Governments print it every day, every year, and they keep debasing the currency's worth. So 1000 naira could buy you many things in 1970, but today it can't get you those same weight of goods. Why? Because of inflation. Why? Because governments keep printing more and more into the existing supply, so it debases the value of the currency. Okay, that being said, let's move to point 3. It says the move from object as a currency now went to paper as currency. So that is where we currently are, in between digital money too. So from commodity money, we move to representative money. Then now we are on fiat money, or the paper system. Fiat simply means let it be done. So carrying metals and everything was too cumbersome. Metals were heavy for security purposes and everything. So people in the day started carrying paper notes, or they signed certificates with the indication that they had a certain weight of gold in a bank vault somewhere. So if you have that paper signed by them, when you go to the bank can actually give you that weight of gold. So it was easy for economies to thrive without carrying so much value around in form of gold and everything. And it actually prevented them from being at, like robberies and security purposes and everything. journeys along major regions and everything, just by holding that paper certificate that indicated that this certificate, anybody that has it has the right to take, let's say, 20 pieces of gold coins from a bank. Made sense. So it started thriving and started making sense. So the paper system started picking up, and it ticked all the boxes of money. It was durable, it was portable, it was divisible, it was, the only thing was it wasn't scarce enough, but it had a uniformity to it, and people really liked it. So it caught on real quick. So just like in the day where the kings noticed having more money meant you had more power, the governments of the day also noticed printing more of this money meant your power was stamped over and over again. So many things went along the line, and the printing of money just kept on going on. So it started losing that value of money because it's no longer scarce. That is, that characteristic had to be in place for money to be scarce. So let me bore you with a brief history. So just right after World War II, the almost 44 countries gathered in something called the Bretton Woods Conference, and they all decided that they'll make the US dollar the global currency. That is, they will all peg their currencies to the US dollar, so far as the US dollar is pegged to the gold standard. Okay, so the US dollar was pegged to gold. So back in the day, a $20 note meant when you go to a bank, in their bank vault, they can give you $20 worth of gold. Okay, so you can exchange the dollar you had then for gold. So all the countries after World War II had faith in the dollar, that this currency is pegged to the gold. But something happened along the line. In 1970, President Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. That is, he severed the ties with gold. So any dollar you are currently holding is not backed by any supply of gold anywhere in this world. Any dollar that is in existence is just existing and not backed by anything. So on the deeper level, paper money is worthless, but it's only valuable because, just like Mapy said, because we human beings have said it has value. So like he said here, so today the only thing that differentiates the value of a banknote from any other paper is trust and faith in the government. So that is all it is with paper money as it is now. So let's just quickly go on, so we round up. So to quickly put it all together, so he goes on to mention that from paper money, we actually, by reason of the internet and technology, we moved into digital money, where we have banking apps, gift cards, shopping vouchers, coupons, and everything. And the blow up of platforms like MasterCard, Western Union, wire transfer, and Swift also meant that money could go digital more quickly, as opposed to carrying paper as a currency. Okay, so it became easier to transfer money and move money around. But there's still an issue with paper money. So now, with all this, as good as it is, as good as economies have been built off the back of this system, on a deep level, it's still not helping a lot of matters. It's still not transparent enough, because governments can decide to just print more money and devalue the existing money. That is why the naira against the dollar is terrible. So due to this, I think by reason of the hand of God or something, cryptocurrencies have come to really change the narrative, in that it actually addresses an issue that the governments of these economies are not ready to look at. That is maintaining the value of the currencies they print. And that is where the transparency of the blockchain comes in. So what the populace of the world needs is transparency for their government, and it doesn't look like we'll be getting that anytime soon. So a decentralized system, a decentralized way of monetizing our value, really puts cryptocurrency in view and something to really take into consideration going in the long term. Okay, so if you're hearing this and you've gotten this far, please, I think from this moment, if you're already in crypto, just take it a notch higher and just know that something really huge is coming in this space, because governments in the past years have failed its people. The wealth gap is just extremely so wide now that people are looking for other avenues to protect their wealth and safeguard their earnings from inflation, which is primarily caused by too much money supply. All right. So I'll end with this. Many see, as from Mapy says, many see cryptocurrency as a decentralized system that is void of corruption and government influence, and that can offer a more transparent, cheaper, and secured form of money. Hence, the growing need for it to replace paper as currency. Okay, so blockchain is here to stay. Cryptocurrencies built on the blockchain are here to stay. The whole system. Some coins may thrive, some may not. But at the end of the day, the underlying technology, that is blockchain technology, where everything is out there. You can verify every transaction. You can see where this money went, where that coin went. Everything is open. I believe in the next few years to really catch on. And I believe we are still in the early days of crypto. And if you are hearing this, please put your hands deep in. Join SMC on Telegram, on Twitter. Stay up to date with everything they're doing. And just don't leave the space. Don't worry about the price movement. It's just all a cycle. Just keep your head in the game and stay tuned to more of our posts. And also, don't forget, thank you for your time. God bless you.